We're joined by Trisha Yearwood. She is our national anthem performer for the 50th running of the Daytona 500. A lot of pressure there, I guess, today. Trisha, talk about just being here at Daytona and performing the anthem for what we've been billing as the most anticipated event in recent history.
For so many reasons, I'm nervous. You know, I didn't really know the over 200,000 number until this morning. But Junior Johnson just gave me some alcohol, so I think I'll make it through the thing. I'm excited. There's such a great energy here, and I've been to several NASCAR races. I've never been to anything like this. So, in the 50th anniversary, I mean, it's amazing. I'm honored to be here.
That amount of people, have you ever?
No.
No, and also, where else have you done the national anthem at? Any other big sporting events?
World Series. You know, I've done some playoff games and the World Series games. I've done a couple of NFL games. You know, never anything like this. So, you know, and I sung at the closing ceremonies of the Olympics. That was big. This is bigger. This is big. This is huge. So, but I'm not nervous. Really, I'm fine. It's all good.
Oh, we have any questions? We'll have the wireless mics. Just please raise your hand. We'll start in the back.
Yeah, Trisha,
Hey.
Your husband was here last month. He talked about how Tony Stewart came out to the house, and just what was that like? And I understand you're a big fan. Well,
I became a fan. It's funny. I don't know if he told this story or not, but he came out to the house because they were there for the Chili Bowl, and we fed him lunch. And it was kind of one of those things where it was kind of like things that happen in our lives are kind of like, hey, it's 10 o'clock. Tony Stewart's on the way over. You got anything we can fix for lunch? And it's kind of, sure. So we had like leftover lasagna from the night before, and I'd made some chicken salad. So we put all that out on the table, and he won. This was last year. And so so now he says that I have to make that. You know, the drivers are very superstitious, so I have to apparently make leftover lasagna and chicken salad every year now. So, but it was really cool. That was really meeting him, and then Casey Kane came out one day. We had breakfast with him. I think he was 12, and got to know him a little bit. And then we had an event in Nashville a couple years ago called Sound and Speed. And I met Kevin Harvick, and we signed autographs together, and got to know him and his wife a little bit. And just what a great group of people. You know, I've had a chance to do some NASCAR events, and it's just everybody's nice. It just makes you want to root for the sport because people are good people.
Trisha, when you go to a lot of sporting events like all of us do.
Where are you? Wave at me.
Right here.
Thank you.
You hear a lot of versions of the national anthem where the singers seem to be competing with each other to try to reinterpret the song. Do you have a feeling about whether there's a responsibility to kind of sing it the way Francis Scott Key wrote it, or is it okay to turn it into a musical extravaganza?
Everybody does their thing. I have a pretty strong opinion about what works, what I think is right, and that's what I do. My mom's here, and my mom and dad both. The very first time I think I did the national anthem was probably for a high school football game, you know, and it was like the first compliments were, "We love the way you sing the anthem because you sing it the way you're supposed to." And it's, you know, I do think it was written the way it was written for a reason, and I think that it's out of, to me, it feels like it's respectful to sing it the way that it was written. I also think that, you know, there are going to be 200,000 people singing it too, and you want them to be able to sing along. So, so we're pretty straightforward. There won't be anything fancy.
Who's your pick to win today's race?
See, I've already been asked that today. I'm skirting that one pretty big time. I don't know. I mean, I watched the news last night and this morning. I know who everybody's favorites are. You know, I would love. I'm kind of the underdog person, so I'd love to see somebody win it who never has. So I don't know who that would be. Who's your pick? Tony. Tony's never won it. Okay, I'll have to go with Tony then. And I did drive his car today in the simulator, but I crashed. So we don't want to tell him that. I don't want to tell him that.
Trisha, you have the added pleasure of having the Thunderbirds do a flyover over your last note. What does that add to the experience for you?
Well, again, having done this a couple of times in other situations, I have been in a situation where I was told you need to be on the high note by the time while they're overhead. It's a little bit of pressure to try to time it. But they were very nice last night in rehearsal to tell me that they were actually coming from behind me. So they're going to speed up or slow down for me. I don't have to look. I don't have to look for them. But it's awesome. It's kind of one of those things that you want to know it's coming because it's kind of a, you know, it's an amazing thing.
Any other questions downstairs? We're going to check the press box. There's any questions from the press box?
No questions from the press box.
Today, in addition to yourself being out there, you get Brooks and Dunn, Cool and the gang. You know, just this wide chubby checker, this wide array of people. Who are some of the people you've enjoyed, you know, playing with in the same day? I mean, have you had other situations like this, and who do you enjoy meeting and playing with at the same day?
Well, it's, you know, the couple of people that I know from past events that are here today, obviously Brooks and Dunn, we've been in a lot of situations together. Michael McDonald and I know each other, and so it's cool for me to get a chance to see them. And I'm really excited about the past drivers, the past winners being here. I'm excited to see that ceremony today. That's probably one of the things I'm looking forward to the most. And riding in the pace car, which I'm excited about.